All right, we're going to export definition as an image file using a low resolution and a high resolution version. If you have a small definition, you can use a low resolution version and just clean up your definition and get it the way you want it. And if you can zoom in and see it on your screen and it's clear, most of the time it will work out fine. So I'm just going to pull out this version. I'm going to go to File, and there's an Export Quick Image. And again, this will only work if you have a small definition. If you have a big one, we're going to go over the higher resolution one. If I go to Export Quick Image, it brings out this image editor, and you get a few options. You can come over here to the cropping frame, and it will come in and you can sort of adjust where this guy crops, so you can come in and adjust it. There are a couple of other options as well, right, that you can explore. One of them is there's this little viewport frame. So if you click on that, it actually brings out the viewport frame from Rhino, and you can get sort of a little image of what is going on in the viewport. If you want to do that, I'm just going to turn that off. There's also this little highlight focus frame, which allows you, like if you're concerned about part of your definition, you can come in and highlight it, but we're not really doing that, but it is kind of up to you. I'm going to turn that off. But basically what you want to do is you want to get the crop box situated where you want it, and then you'll come down to the bottom. I'm sorry, it's kind of low. Let me pull it up. There's a save. You can copy it to clipboard. So I'm just going to click save. I'm going to save this as export 01. I'm going to save over that ping file there and click save, replace it, right? And so that saves it out. And now I'm going to do the high resolution one. So let's say you had a much larger definition that you wanted to be able to get not only this definition but this definition as well. And if you zoom and do a screen capture, it's just not going to work, right? So you won't be able to see anything. So first of all, I'll come in and let me turn these guys on. So what you're going to need to do is you are going to need to get rid of everything that you don't want, because the high resolution goes to the bounds of the palette. So if I leave these things in here and I don't want them, it's going to include them in the high resolution output. So you've got to get rid of them. So you can just delete them for now and do a save as, or you can delete them, export it, and then undo. So I'm just paring it down to what I need. Then I'm going to File, Export High Res Image. And here is your image export options for that. It's much more limited. There's not a cropping option. I mean, the one thing you typically would want to do is make sure that the background is white, which is what it's set to by default. And then you set your pathing. So I'm just going to save over this export to and say yes and click OK. And it's going to export that guy out. It has this little DOS box that you'll see fly up on it was on my other screen. But once I do that, if I go to where I saved these guys, you'll see here's my export 1, and it has the background there. And let's look and see how big that guy is. Right, it's 2329 by 679. So, and then if I highlight this one, it's 3554 by 3438. So it's made it significantly bigger, and also you'll be able to zoom in and read all of those clearly. So those are your two options.